Welcome back to Ravens Today. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda, giving you all the latest updates on anything and all things Ravens. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the videos. Let's dive into the latest I have for you today. So, usually I keep the uh, comments, answering all the comments at the end of the video, but we're going to start this off at the beginning because there's one comment that stuck out to me in the last video. Someone said that Josh unproved again why he's the best player in the league, not just QB, but player. And then without Henry, the Ravens are a second tier team. I am sorry, but the Ravens before Derrick Henry with Lamar Jackson still made the playoffs, still had an MVP and two MVPs, by the way, and with Lamar Jackson. So the Ravens are a second tier team without Lamar Jackson, not without Derrick Henry. Lamar Jackson is the best player in the NFL, period. And I agree with someone else's comment that who defended Lamar Jackson, saying that Allen hasn't proved he's the best player in the NFL. The Ravens mess things up on the defensive side and coaching side. I 100% agree. The Ravens head coach, put it bluntly, is John Harbaugh's horrible. Like, he refuses to change his own game plan. He refuses to look at his own mistakes and say, "Oh, okay, I need to stop being conservative. I need to I'm done being respectful because this is killing us. This is literally why we're losing games is because we take the foot off the gas, and my game plan isn't working because I want to be respectful." Man, if any coach, if I was the Ravens coach, and I would be up there saying, "Yeah, like why do you continue the score even if the team was like you already won?" I would say because I don't know if they're gonna make a comeback or not. I tell my guys it's full 100% go until the end. And when a coach comes up to me and says trashes me because I ran up the score, I would say I don't care. I'm here to win games. Like hey, your players are awesome, but my players are better, and I'm going to run up the score on you no matter what the score is. I'm going to demoralize you. There should be no respect angle there. You should, and John Harbaugh, and from time and time again, has proven that he can't get out of his own way and he can't take accountability. Love that defensive comment on the last video. But it just mind blows me, man. It's like one of those things where I just don't understand. It's like the Ravens have to do another mutiny like they did in the 2013 Super Bowl run, where they just said, "F it, like we're gonna take this in ourselves." And my lord, that run was incredible. Even Joe Flacco criticized John Harbaugh's when he was still on the Ravens. Uh, Criticized Harbaugh's game plan, saying bro, this is what happens when you put your foot off the gas and say, "Okay, fellas, just dial it back a little bit." This is what happens. Okay, so I am very much defending that Lamar Jackson is the best player in the NFL. Has terrible coaching. I think that, in my opinion, this should open up the eyes to all mainstream media, saying, "Okay, Lamar Jackson had a great game, but he still lost." Mind you, I can say this: Lamar Jackson has had less. I'm going to say this: less than 5 games in his NFL career where it's been his fault, regular season wise. Not going to do in postseason. Up until the last 2 seasons, how about that? Where people should realize that Lamar Jackson is the best player in the NFL. The reason why he hasn't won a Super Bowl is because of his coaching. I hope that Eric DeCosta sees that. I hope Steve Bisciotti sees that, because if the Super Bowl isn't in the cards for the Ravens this year, I want Harbaugh gone. Gone. I don't care if he gets a front office job or something else. We should have done that and let Mike McDonald take control of this Ravens team. Instead, we let him go to the Seahawks. So again, I'm Super Bowl or bust for John Harbaugh, because I'm at a point where I'm like, if you can't do this with arguably a better quarterback, and one of the best rosters that you've ever seen, then I don't know why you're still here. Anyway, moving on. So the Ravens have a newer signing. They waived Malik Ham, who has been a part of that Ravens squad for a little while now, to make room for Cornelius Johnson. Cornelius Johnson, and this is probably a Harbaugh thing again. Johnson was with the Michigan Wolverines in 2023-2024. He was on that championship team when Jim Harbaugh was coaching the Michigan Wolverines. He was drafted to the Los Angeles Chargers in 2024, then was waived to the practice squad, then went to the Green Bay Packers the same year, and then was waived. So, now the Ravens have picked him up, so I'm thinking this is just a Harbaugh thing where he picks up a Michigan guy because Jim gives him a call and says, hey, like, this guy has talent. You should definitely take a look at him. And Harbaugh says, okay, we'll do it. But that's nothing against Johnson. Like, Johnson, I hope he does get a shot, a real shot in the NFL. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't think anything really comes of it. I think he's going to get waived again. But again, like, that's nothing against him. It's just the way the NFL works, and hopefully he does. Maybe he becomes like a Keaton Mitchell guy, where he comes out of nowhere and is an absolute weapon for Lamar Jackson. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Maybe he'll probably end up, if anything, on the special teams unit, because Lord knows we need some help on special teams. Whether, I don't know what it is, whether it's coaching or the actual players on special teams, but last week's performance was pretty bad, so I'm chalking that up to first game of the season. All right, we got to do a lot better. We got to look a lot better this home opener. Speaking of home opener, we have Joe Flacco's return to Baltimore. Mind you, home opener. Not a coincidence. Just saying. I mean, Joe Flacco got us to that 2013 Super Bowl run, Mile High Miracle. We all remember that. Oh, God, that was amazing. But sorry, Joe. We got to shut you down. I'm not starting the season 0-2 again like we did last season, and I'm for sure not going 1-1 the next week. Last week's. Let's chalk last week's loss as a fluke. Hopefully, unless John Harbaugh, does this thing again. But Joe Flacco, sorry, old man, but we just got to bulldoze you. We just got to get you out of the way. Start you 0-2. I'm sorry. You won us that Super Bowl. You were a great quarterback. Watching you throw that football it's just, you have a beautiful spiral, man. But unfortunately, got to rep with 8 here. Okay, so, but Joe Flacco has his homecoming, and Ravens 30th. Mind you, not a coincidence. The Ravens 30th anniversary is also the same day as one of playing against a quarterback that won Super Bowl MVP. I'm just saying, on the Ravens spot. But whatever, we're moving on here. So the game plan for the Browns, we're going to start this off early, is keep the foot on the Tigers. Not getting any vulgar here. On the neck. We keep the foot on the Tigers' neck. We never, ever let the foot off the gas. It is that simple. The Browns don't have a good team. They have Myles Garrett, Joe Flacco. I can't even name people on the Browns in terms of wide receivers. Nick Chubb is gone. So there's really no way for the Ravens to lose this. Just keep the foot on the Tigers' neck. All you have to do on defense in terms of is the coverage. It's just making sure that nobody gets in front of you. It's pretty easy. We don't have Brandon Stevens anymore. Nate Wiggins did well. Marlon Humphrey did well. We need, Roquan Smith's got to have a bounce back game here. So does the pass rush. I want to see some sacks. No offense, Joe, but we got to see it happen. On offense, do what you did last week. We need some more of that and just keep the scoring. I'm putting up I said this in the last video, Derrick Henry's fumble was a fluke, and he's going to have an absolute ball this game. No way the Ravens are going to lose the home opener against the Browns. They can't go 0-2 from my mental capacity here. I can't I can't do it. I can't like do this again where they go 0-2 and then they just go through an entire gauntlet again to win. I just want to start off with a win and then let's move on because we got a gauntlet ahead of us. We got the Bengals, we got the Chiefs in the coming weeks, and we really need to send a statement win that yes, we are here. That last game happened because we let it happen, not because the Bills are better than us. So, game plan, run it up the throat, use Derrick Henry, and contain Myles Garrett. I mean, if Daniel Falele is still on the team, if Daniel Falele has to go up against Myles Garrett, Lamar Jackson's gonna be running for his life. So I'm hoping this is probably not gonna happen. Falele needs to be benched for this game, and someone else needs to put in once Myles Garrett gets like 2 sacks or gets so much pressure on him. Because I've said it in the previous video, I wish we cut him yesterday, but John Harbaugh, man. Anyway, so that's pretty much the game plan. Like, I don't even know who's on the defense beside Myles Garrett. There's nobody besides Joe Flacco on the offense. So I think this game plan is pretty simple. It's the same as before. I think Zay Flowers will go off, Bateman will go off, Hopkins might have another touchdown catch. Hopefully, we start seeing Isaiah Likely come back to practice and Jair Alexander have a much better game on defense. I'm, again, chalking it up because we rushed him, in my opinion, way too hard coming back. I think we were like, okay, here. You know, he took almost a month off and was thrown into the wolves, in my opinion, and didn't do very well. So hopefully this is a bounce back game for him. But again, game plan should be run it down their throat and keep the foot on the Tigers' neck. Thank you for tuning into Ravens today. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda. Again, subscribe to the channel, like the video. I will catch you all later.